Hey everyone, and welcome to the next edition of the Snapchat. I'm joined today, as I am every single week, by Cozy Snap. Cozy, listen buddy, we're coming in hot on a Tuesday morning, which is, surprise everybody, we're coming in hot on a Tuesday morning, and you might just have a little bit of a window of time to still pick up Victoria Hand if you've not yet picked it up. So let's actually do a bit of a discussion of Victoria Hand. Let's start off there. Cozy, I actually really liked Victoria Hand. I came away really impressed with my testing. Now, as of right now, statistically, it's kind of tricky to talk about because you still have people leveling up. We don't have enough people at Infinite for bot-based stats. But if you're including bots from 70 and above, she is running a 56% win rate and a 21% popularity. She's doing really good. But most importantly, Cozy, how have you felt playing Victoria Hand?
It's not even how have I felt playing Victoria Hand. How have I felt playing Agent Coulson again, Alex? And the feeling's great. The feeling's fantastic, might I say. People were cracking up. Apparently in the comments last week, it was off screen too. So I think it was like an impulse reaction to what I said. You said something about Agent Coulson, and I said, watch your mouth. Like you were talking to a family member of mine. About like someone in my family or something like that. And I didn't even know I said it, but I suppose I did. And apparently it was zoomed in on you. So yes, I love Agent Coulson. So I like Victoria Hand, and she's exactly how we thought she would play. Like she was going to feel really cool in this deck build. The board wide effect's awesome. In fact, we gave it what 4.5, 5, and there's still at points it feels like I didn't even give her enough credit on the way she felt to play. Like I just enjoyed the experience of playing her, having her as a 2, playing her late and bumping up things that you've been building all game. The value you get from those cards, man, I enjoyed Victoria Hand a ton.
My friends, this video is brought to you by Turtle Beach's Gen 3 Stealth 700 headphones. And I gotta tell you, we've been playing a ton of Marvel Rivals lately, Cozy and I, and these headphones have been remarkable in the game. The sound accuracy, the comfort, the battery life, it is just an all-around fantastic package. Cozy, what have you thought of these headphones?
This headset it's bringing me back to my glory days, as I said. You know, I don't know about you, but I used to wear Turtle Beaches back whenever, and it was like crazy, like this like wired connection. I remember from like my Xbox to my headset, and there was like a lot of clunkiness. This is pretty much just seamless, which it's crazy to see how things have evolved. And dude, extremely comfortable. My ears hurt so bad after wearing my white headphones, and now they don't hurt, man. They don't hurt, and they have seemed to last forever, too, in the battery life. I gotta agree there. So, definitely solid headset.
Yeah, a phenomenal headset, and I got great news. You can actually go to turtlebeach.com and use promo code SNAPCHAT to get 10% off of your order. So once again, listen, it's the winner. Bundle your ears up with the best headphones that you guys can get with 10% off using promo code SNAPCHAT. Links and everything you need are down in the description. Would you say that Victoria Hand gave Agent Coulson a hand?
I thought you were going to add another word. Yes.
No, that was the joke. It was just so bad that you thought like it wasn't even a joke. You didn't even perceive my dad joke. That's how horrible it was.
No, listen, I thought it was great. I want to know, more importantly, why you just skipped on over Iron Patriot.
I don't know why, because it's like the middle of the night here in Canada, and like for some reason I decided to roll into Victoria Hand as I was talking. We could have went Iron Patriot first, but I just felt the need to talk about Victoria Hand first. Why? Are you upset about that?
No, I'm not. I just thought Iron Patriot was going to be a card that we'd talk about first. Listen.
We're still going to talk about Iron Patriot. Is that all you've got to say about Victoria Hand? Before Victoria Hand getting totally dissed already.
I need you guys to understand that it is very late for me. But it's even, if it's late for me, it's 3 hours later for Alex Coccia. And we do this to make sure we don't miss a week. LA Fires or not, we're here, baby. We're here, and we're ready to talk about not even Iron Patriot, but Victoria Hand. Yes, I thought she was good, though. Across the board, thought she was a really good card. This is one that, I think my review stands the same. If you play these style of decks at all, I feel like she, for me, was a must-get. But I'm very biased on her. And so am I alone here? Would you recommend her?
Yeah, 100% I do. Like, the problem with Victoria Hand is there'll never be a deck that uses these card generative abilities that don't have Victoria Hand.
Never.
It's like trying to play a Scream deck without Scream. You're never going to be able to play those decks without Victoria Hand. It's really that simple, right? And Iron Patriot, which we're going to get into in a second, is a damn good card. And there's always going to be the potential that Victoria Hand and Iron Patriot are going to go hand in hand. Boom, I did another one. But that one's less bad. But seriously, like, I think this card's excellent, and I think it should be in your collection, honestly. Like, I really do, because I think that you're going to want to future-proof yourself against this type of generative ability, because it's just awesome. I really think it is.
Marvel Rivals brand new season came out on the exact same day, pretty much, as these cards coming out, and I chose to play Victoria Hand and Iron Patriot a ton, because I had that much fun with her, like, genuinely that much fun with her as a card, because it was targeted for me, because this is the style of decks that I thoroughly enjoy the most. But yeah, good card.
They literally planned it around you. They were like, Glenn was like sitting there like, yo, we got to hook Cozy back in. Let's absolutely pump all of his favorite things on the season 1 drop of Marvel Rivals. We got to give him a Coulson card, so give him Victoria Hand. We need him to do a Secret Patriot or like a Surprise Patriot Ultron deck. So like, let's throw out the Patriot for the season pass card. Let's line it all up so that he has to play. It's actually funny because I mean this start of the season is literally perfect for you, right?
Yeah,
it has to be, because like, wait, we just finished talking about Victoria Hand. Honestly, superstar across the board. And the other thing about we're saying though is that like it brings back not just Coulson, but it really amplifies Kate Bishop. So I'm glad she's in the spotlight cash too. Maria Hill, all of them are winners. Mirage, a huge winner. Mirage gets the double dip on that buff.
Yeah,
right. It double dips on the buff. But most importantly, Cozy, Iron Patriot also gets the buff as well. Works extremely well with Victoria Hand. And this is where like I kind of get a little hesitant to say like, oh, you could probably skip Victoria Hand. I think Iron Patriot is going to be legit for quite a long time. And if Iron Patriot's legit, it feels like Victoria Hand can always kind of be a part of those shells. What has your experience been with Iron Patriot? Because I come away relatively impressed.
My experience was, it was so easy to win the locations for him. Like, having the control in the driver's seat for that made it extremely easy, like, throughout the week. And then on top of that, like, the card you got, like, I can only count a handful of games where I was like, not even a handful, like, 1 or 2 where I was like, I won't play this card. But most of the time, it was like, I had a way to make the card work, even with hundreds of possibilities. I got Arrow 3 times in, like, a 20-card pull, and I was like, that's got to be insane statistics. That's where I know they're messing with the code in the back to keep me hooked. But yeah, no, I thought Iron Patriot was... even with the randomness, just surprisingly good.
Yeah, you occasionally got some garbage. And for the record, statistically, once again, using on-tap-based stats, we are incorporating some bot games here, 70 and above. He's running a 57% win rate, so 1% higher than Victoria Hand. Much higher popularity, almost 29%. What I will say, though, is that I liked the mind games element of like playing a 1-drop and then playing Iron Patriot. And I'm like, I bet you they don't play there. I bet you they're thinking I'm going to play there. And so I'll play somewhere else. And I've been doing that a lot. And I'm often shocked at how often, especially if they're already behind on turn 1 and 2, that they do not try to contest Iron Patriot and they try to win somewhere else. I'm very surprised with how often that's a thing. And I like those mind games because then like, I know they're sad. And then I snap and they leave. I was literally streaming. I said, hey guys, I did that exact move, right? I played Iron Patriot behind my Hydration Robert or whatever. So Bobbert's sitting there and then Iron Patriot's there. And I play on the other side with like a I don't know, whatever it happened to be. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to snap and they're going to leave. I snapped and they left because they're just too broken at my mind games. I appreciate a card like that, you know?
It was fun, too, whenever someone played, like, the Hood. You could easily just be like, all right, thank you for that location. Appreciate that. I'm going to put my Iron Patriot right there. And they nailed the animation for this one. My gosh, it was really cool. They did a good job with all that. Yeah, so Iron Patriot definitely feels like he will be good. And as I said, I mean, you could just play back our recording from last week. We nailed what we said about both these cards. And Iron Patriot doesn't have a reason not to be a good plug-and-play card in tons of decks moving forward.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I will say as well, this might be a surprise, but I found myself almost preferring getting 4-drops because I liked them being free.
Yeah.
Like getting a free 4-drop allowed me to curve really nicely at the end of the game, where sometimes like, yeah, you get a discounted 5 or 6. That's still sweet, right? But a free card, as we've seen so often in Marvel Snap, is a very dangerous card. And so there was a lot of free cards that I was able to get as 4-drops where I was like, oh, this is perfect. Even if it's a free, like I got a free High Evo. Like, yeah, okay, that sucks, but it's still just a free power card that I get to drop down, which was awesome, right? I really like the card, and it feels like it has that really wide-ranged Hope Summers style. It can kind of go anywhere. They really can, and you see that in like in a lot of the deck archetypes being played. We see it being played with Frigga, which is pretty cool because obviously you get the discounted card. You play it down, you Frigga the discounted card, and you're like, oh, look at the value, right? It's pretty neat. I like that. You're also seeing like Wiccan-based shells using it. There's a lot of different decks that are utilizing Iron Patriot. And so like it has this big catch-all style play, which I do really appreciate. And as we've said so many times in the past, the season pass really does represent the greatest value in Marvel Snap from a monetary perspective. Like if you can find the $10 USD to put aside for the season pass, it's going to be the easiest card you acquire in Snap.
Yeah, man. Again, both these, luckily this one's available all season, so you guys could, make up your mind when to get it. Victoria Hand, though, if you could plan on getting this one, as Alex said before, Victoria's probably a good addition as well.
Absolutely. And you know what else is a good addition? Doubling the token acquisition rate, Cozy. If you're listening to this podcast on the Tuesday, the patch has hopefully come out, unless there's some sort of crazy circumstances that happen that we're unaware of in the middle of the night on Monday. Actually, it's pretty much Tuesday right now.
Tuesday, yeah.
But yeah, it is Tuesday. But what I will say, though, is that we've gone from duplicate cards in the Spotlight Cash has given you 1,000 credits to 2,000 credits. Okay, it's very notable that you have to update the game in the App Store or on PC or wherever you have to play. Update the game to get this effect. So if you've been saving your caches for the roll and then you don't update, you're going to get 1,000. So do the update first before you do anything with your caches. But with those extra tokens, Cozy, we got to talk about some of the best token shop buys. And I think the way that we do this is one of my favorite segments we've done is we do it like fantasy football style, where I'm going to put you on the hot seat, sir. And I'm going to quiz you, and we're just going to go and riff off of what some couple picks are. We're going to do some comparisons, and then we're going to do a couple ranked by cost. So we get a feel for you, Cozy. First of all, how do you like the addition of doubling the token acquisition rate for your players?
It's good. I mean, obviously it's double. That's great too. And I think hopefully, what I hope is they said that moving forward, there's going to be some more changes coming to the to just card acquisition, and I hope they maintain whatever that is, I guess, with tokens, right? To make these double tokens matter more and more, and they definitely are going to matter now while cards are costing these. So this, definitely should help. Obviously a little late in my opinion. I wish they would have done this sooner, but definitely nice that they're adding it in now.
Yep, and again, this is step one to kind of reestablishing faith with the community that they're going to start making changes to better the card acquisition system and, of course, the experience for players, whether they're free to play or what have you. Now let's get started here, Cozy, and we're going to start with some new cards, okay? Pick them, Cozy, between these two. If you're spending tokens, you got 6,000 to spare. Doom 2099 or Gore?
Doom 2099 or Gore? Ooh, that's a good one. I would go Gore there.
You would go Gore there? See, it's funny because I feel like Gore is slowly making more decks. There was a moment in time where Doom 2099 felt like it was kind of splashing the meta a little harder, but I think the win rate on Gore, and specifically the Gore decks, are slightly higher. Doom 2099 falling ever so slightly, and with the amount of enchanters we're likely to see with Moonstone and stuff, might have a bit of a problem. But yeah, okay, I can feel that pick. Now let's go to the 2 cost, Cozy. Jeff, the Babyland Shark, or Thena?
Jeff or Thena? Pass and probably save my tokens. But if I were to pick one of them, probably go with Thena.
Yeah, I would go Thena too. It's kind of crazy that Jeff's fallen off as hard as he has, eh? Isn't that insane to think about I keep using the term power creep or power escalation. But realistically, Jeff is no longer good enough at the 2 slot. What is happening here? I
think it's not even power creep. It's just what happened to all the stuff that was good with him. We had Professor X and all that stuff.
Yeah,
things have changed a lot. War Machine's a whole card now. Things have changed dramatically.
Madam Web.
Yeah. I would say War Machine feels like the biggest blow to what he did.
All right, and up to the Chonky boys at 6 cost, Cozy. This is a tricky one. Would you rather have Alioth or Erisham?
Alioth or Erisham? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alioth.
I would too, man. I thought that was gonna kind of trick you out a little bit because Erisham's fallen off quite a bit, eh? It's a little unfortunate. I feel like Erisham maybe got hit too hard. Because I think there was a comment, was it last week or the week prior in the mailbag, where someone said it's kind of crazy that Erisham represents the draft mode that so many people want. And now it doesn't even feel like that anymore. It still does, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's so far gone from the power level it had before, which is not necessarily a bad thing, considering how a 70% Erisham meta share is not good. But yeah, I think that the Alioth plug and play ability is pretty legit.
Do you think they ever bring Airsham back? Kind of like Thanos, how like Thanos takes a break every now and then because they want him to by design, and then they're like, all right, he can come back. Or plenty of cards like that, right? Angela for a while. Do you think that this is a card that comes back, or with us eventually getting draft mode, does Airsham stay the same as he is now?
I wonder. I'm not sure. It's hard. I think the design landscape for Airsham is like, it's such a wide card. And that's what it had, this catch-all capability where like adding random cards wasn't impacting it enough. Like really, you could have just kept adding more cards and reducing the amount of tech. And then it had the Loki problem. And then it had like, there's all these moving parts to it, right? And then when you Loki'd the deck, it actually minimized the effect of like the Cassandra Nova player, the Darkhawk plays and stuff like that. So it was a really hard card to balance around. But I don't want to say I miss Airsham, but I would like a card like that to have a place in the game. You know what I mean? And I think that's a little unfortunate that it's kind of feels a little irrelevant right now. But hey, maybe someone's going to cook something. And talking about cooking, Cozy,
okay.
Would you rather spend 6,000 tokens on Kang or eat your underpants?
Ooh. That's honestly, it's a thinker. I got to really think on that one. I can't believe that card's truly that much tokens. That's crazy to me. Bro, I bet you this season Kang has been played 12 times. Across
by me.
All players. No, you don't even play. You can't even have that joke anymore. You don't even play. There's no way you play.
I played him in like one deck, like during like last Twitch drops, where I told everyone to shout out the worst cards in Snap and let's play it and try and rank up with it. And Kang ended up in it with like Crystal and other stuff. Kang wasn't even the worst card there.
Who was?
He was the worst. Kang was still the worst.
It's like,
so I take it back.
It's like, who on earth it was? Yes, I would definitely do anything but buy Kang. Uninstall.
So you're eating your underpants.
I'd uninstall.
All right. Fair enough. There's your answer. If you're thinking about buying Kang with your 6K tokens, Cozy hopefully has talked you out of it. Now here's an interesting one. Talking about the afflictions, Cozy. Red Guardian or U.S. Agent?
Red Guardian or U.S. Agent? Ooh, that's a good one. I would say it depends on what time of the year. So it depends, like, sometimes I play U.S. Agent a lot more, but I would say Red Guardian is who I've been playing way more in the last 6 months. So I would go Red Guardian.
Yeah, Red Guardian feels like a very safe, like, hey, let's say like you're kind of ranking up and you want a good catch-all tech piece. That's kind of the thing with token shop buys, right? Like it's kind of nice to buy a card that you know you can play in many capacities. And U.S. Agent, while good, it fits directly into like that Ajax shell. It's really good there, but that's kind of where it goes, right? Maybe it sees some Moonstone ongoing stuff that we don't know yet, and then it kind of like expands its possibilities. But generally speaking, Red Guardian, what a great tech card. It's just an answer all to so many different metas. And now we're going to go to another one. Now, Cozy, I'm gonna pull at your heartstrings here. These are two cards I know you love. I know you love them. Would you rather spend 6K tokens on Malekith or Frigga?
I'm going to say Frigga for me.
You're going Frigga? Okay.
I'm going to go Frigga. I like Malekith a ton, but as far as like replayability goes, it's got to be Frigga.
I've been really warming up to Malekith lately. And it's funny because Malekith was one of those cards, I don't know if you remember, I was like not low on, but I was like ho-hum on. I was like, it's a little random. Do you really? And then now that I've been playing him a lot, I'm like, man, Malekith is so good. It has that surprise factor. It's like, you know what it is? It's the X factor. And Frigga's the same, right? Except they know what you're copying, and maybe that copy is like that like unfair advantage you need to really pump them. But I feel like, oh man, it's so tight. It's a hard choice. You can go either way. Is it crazy for me to lean Malekith there? But Frigga's in more like meta decks right now, isn't she?
I think it just depends on the play style. For me, Frigga scratches a fun itch that Malekith doesn't exactly. Although I do love Malekith and what he does. That's probably why my main reason for Frigga.
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, I definitely can feel that. Especially like Frigga's been elevating a couple different archetypes. Now let's go to the battle of the three costs here, Cozy. Sage or Cassandra Nova?
Sage.
You know what? I like that call because I agree.
Yeah.
I like it.
Over Cass.
Yeah. Well, Cass was like really good into the Airsham meta, really good in like when Darkhawk felt better. Darkhawk kind of fell off, by the way. I haven't seen much Darkhawk lately.
Yeah, that's true.
But like Cassandra Nova feels riskier, whereas Sage feels like an absolute beauty. But they're played at opposite ends of the game. Sage comes late. Cassandra Nova's better early, right? And it's the opposite for Sage, obviously. So like, it's kind of interesting to see how they play out. But yeah, I love Sage. I can't get over playing Sage, and I'm not going to stop playing Sage.
I have a question for you. If you could never play one of these cards again, okay? It's not accessible from your game. Scream or Surfer, who do you pick?
I hate that. Because I was literally going to ask you about Scream next. I would take Scream out. You can't take Surfer away from me. If you take Surfer away from me, I'm basically changing my channel to a Club Penguin channel. Like we're not playing Snap anymore.
The rare Club Penguin shout out in 2025. I love it.
Hey, listen, someone's got to cover that game. It's an absolute beauty. So I'm going to ask you what I was going to ask before. 6K tokens, Scream or Agent Venom?
Scream for me.
Yeah, I agree. Agent Venom's still fire, though. Like,
He's
it's
super
so
good.
stupid
He's
good.
super good, yeah.
But, like, Scream feels like it really unlocked a new archetype. Agent Venom's probably actually better, I think. Like, it's probably better overall.
I would agree. I think we're just both Scream fans.
Did you get the Pandard Studio variant for Scream from the Spotlight?
I didn't. No way, I did. Did I? No, I did not.
I did. I spent it. I think I 8-rolled that week because I liked it so much.
Dude.
I was like, oh man. Yeah, I was like actually excited for that. Here's an interesting one, and we've only got a couple more here before we get into the speed round of the costs here. Wiccan or Hope Summers?
Wiccan or Hope Summers? Is this what everyone should get or me?
Everyone. Like, what's the general recommendation?
I think nowadays it could be Wiccan, dude.
It probably is Wiccan. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy how, like, I was thinking about this today. We talked about cards that kind of suck, and never did I even consider, well, I mean, the topics were mainly about ongoing and iconic heroes, but like Quicksilver didn't come to mind. People play Quicksilver now, unironically, and it's because of Wiccan.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, Wiccan, there's something to say about that.
Yeah, and I feel like when I'm like deck designing these days, I think about Wiccan more than Hope Summers, which again is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, fair enough. I got one more hard one for you. Then we're going to go the rankings by cost. Blink or Copycat?
I'm going to go. I won't Blink there. I think Blink. Copycat's the better
Wait a
card,
minute,
though.
I'm just realizing something. Blink might be in a Spotlight Cash coming up soon, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
So, yeah, maybe spend your tokens on
Copycat
and a key on Blink. Yeah, that's probably actually the correct call. A little typo, not a typo, just kind of an oversight, I'll say. All right, Cozy, speed around. Couple minutes here. Rank these. So, one cost. Rank these in the order that you think you should unlock them. Hydration Bobbert, Aranya, and a Nico.
Is it Bobbert? Have you added a thing to his name now? Wasn't it Robert?
What?
You've been saying Bobbert.
No, I haven't.
You said Bobbert. Is it Bobbert or Robert?
It's Hydration Robert.
Okay, I've heard Bobbert. Okay, sorry. Robert and who?
So it's Hydration Rob, Aranya, and Nico.
Aranya and Nico. Nico, Bob, and Aranya.
All right, I agree. Like seeing some love for Bobbert there. And then we have...
I'm telling you, you've said Bobbert. I swear on it.
Okay. And then we have the two cost. Rank 'em, Cozy. U.S. Agent, Thena, or Scream.
I would say Thena. Yeah, Thena or Scream. Just depends if you like Scream. But I would say Thena, Scream Agent.
Okay, yeah. Generally that's pretty cool. I might go Scream over Thena, but Thena I think is
it just depends.
Unreal. Yeah, for sure. Three costs. Rank 'em, Cozy. This is a hard one for you. Red Guardian, Rocket and Groot, and Frigga. So Red Guardian, Rocket and Groot, and Frigga. I made this so hard for you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Rocket and Groot, Red Guardian, then Frigga.
Okay, cool. I like it. 4 cost. Another hard one. Anti-Venom, War Machine, Malekith.
Anti-Venom, War Machine, Malekith. I would say Malekith, War Machine, Anti-Venom.
Okay, I feel that. See, I think Anti-Venom is starting to kind of impress in a couple decks here and there. But like, yeah, I feel it. I like playing Malekith and more. I feel like I like playing Anti-Venom more than I like playing War Machine. It's more of a fun card. You know what I mean? I think it's
That's
a
fair.
fun card to play.
That's
no?
fair. Yeah. And War Machine had his time, and they've gone after the Storm thing is crazy to me still.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's
so
besides the
bad. Like, if only Storm got buffed and then became S tier. Is there a game anywhere that buffed Storm? If there's, man, I gotta think. There must be a game somewhere
No,
that buffed
doesn't
Storm
exist.
recently.
Does not
Doesn't
exist,
exist? Well, damn.
unfortunately.
5 cost, Cozy. I'm gonna pull at your heartstrings here.
Okay.
Cersei, Ajax, Gilgamesh.
Man, you're so crazy about Ajax. I would say probably Gilgamesh, Ajax, and Cersei.
Okay. I thought you were gonna like pump a little like hope into the system here with a higher Cersei.
I like her, but when it comes to like what other people should unlock, I gotta be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Does Arrow know that you like Cersei?
I'm tired, Alex.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. 6 costs as we close it out. Thanos, Galactus, and just for the spice, Cozy, Emperor Hulkling.
Definitely Hulkling. Then Galactus. No, probably Galactus. Then Thanos and Hulkling. I don't know. I might go Hulkling over Thanos these days, bro. I'll be honest.
Actually, it's funny. I'm not coping on Hulkling. I said Hulk. It was originally supposed to be Gore. I was gonna put you to the test. And I even have Red Hulk as a backup in case we talked a lot about Gore before. I just threw Hulkling in there just to give you a freebie because I still one of the best intros of your videos of all time. I still watch it for every once in a while. It's so hilarious. It's honestly it's peak Cozy Snap. It's still one of my favorite videos you've done. So kudos to you, sir, for having a sense of humor with Emperor Hulkling, who now is. I was gonna say he's good. He's not good, but hey, there's maybe some hope that can be had. But we're gonna go to the Snapchat mailbag, my friend, and we have 4 questions here, and I think they're really fun. One of which is a bit of a longer one, but it's a good one, and I think it really captures the spirit of what makes Marvel Snap special. And it comes from Big Bet Bob. My brother-in-law and I talk so much Snap, it's to the point that our wives cannot understand how we talk about it as much as they do. So you can't thank Snap enough for that. However, we find ourselves talking more about the negative aspects of Snap lately, especially card acquisition. I know Snap is starting to make some changes, but the answer seems simple to me. Shouldn't the mystery card on the Spotlight Cash always be a new card you don't have? If players are able to roll for the new card, when you naturally roll 4 keys for it, knowing that you'll at least get 2 new cards, I think that would help a lot. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think I think it should always be. I think that's probably what I would have wanted over the 2K tokens is just the insurance. There's enough cards in the pool now to where it's like not getting a repeat would make a lot of sense.
I suspect, and I'm not sure, but I feel like I've read, I'm not sure if it's like an official communication or not, that they did the math on if you gave everyone a free card with that duplicate, that it would have been too easy to finish your collection too fast.
Oh, well. Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying I'm not trying to like defend. I'm not like doing the whole shield for the corporate man thing. I'm just saying that is like, I think one of their justifications for it, that it's too easy to finish your collection.
But how,
and
too?
maybe
There's only 52 weeks in the year, and it's like, dude, there's like 1 billion cards in Series 5 right now. There's only, if you played every week and you open all of them and you always got the duplicate, then maybe. But by then you'd have all the cards anyway.
Okay. I'm playing devil guy. I actually agree with you. It would be way nicer for players now. But I bet you someone did the math and said, you know what, if we give them 2,000 tokens, that increases it, but it doesn't actually solve like the problem completely.
I have a question.
You know what I mean?
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know the name of who this is because I saw it on a comment last week. Don't have it in front of me. But someone asked on my channel, and it reads, I don't know who you are. If you were not a teacher or you weren't doing content creation, what would you be doing right now? First answer, first thing that comes to mind.
I would be a writer.
Okay.
For sure. I've done a whole bunch of writing and like comedy series and stuff like that. We've talked about it on the podcast. I co-wrote something that it has like 120 million views. It's like a comedic short and stuff like that. Do a bunch of writing. I love writing. I don't know why. I feel like when I sit down in front of a blank piece of paper, I feel like I can make a world anything. And that's exciting for me.
That's awesome.
How about you, dude?
If I was not in content creation at all, and I was doing hotels before this, because that was like my whole life. I would be in sports broadcasting. I think that's probably what I would choose to do. Sports coverage or a news anchor. I feel like being a news anchor would be so fun. Like I would love to be like, and hello America. Well, not weatherman, but like a news guy. But not the news.
Dude, I'd be a great weatherman. I'm wrong all the time on all the shit
be.
I say. So
Dude,
I could
the
just be a
easiest
perfect weatherman.
job in the world is a San Diego weatherman. That's what they always say. It's like, hey, guess what, guys? It's sunny today.
It's nice.
It's sunny today. You could just AI that guy in, dude. They could pull a Marvel Snap on him and just AI his voice in every time. All right, next question.
That's so funny. Yeah, next question comes from Cyril Mike, and it says, hey guys, love the podcast. I want to hear your take on the idea for SD to show off new cards while letting players try before you buy. Each week, they can release a couple of scenarios where you can be given a deck and set a goal to accomplish, like total power and etc. This way, you can see what the new card is capable of, and hyping up the card while giving players a new experience. We've talked about this so many times. The idea of like the trial tickets or something like that, where you can kind of test drive the new card or stuff like that. And it hasn't been implemented yet, but I would like to believe that it would be a nice gesture.
I don't think it's coming. I think I've told the devs about this, and they're like, great idea. We're gonna take that idea and we're gonna put it right here. We're gonna put it right here. We might come back to that. I don't know. It might happen. I hope it does. I'm sure they've talked about it. I'm sure they've talked about it internally.
It's kind of funny. I can picture that conversation. You send this heartfelt message about like trial tokens and all this stuff, or trial tickets, and
they don't.
No. They responded. We hear you, Cozy. And it was like you'd rather have been left on read, to be honest with you.
Or yeah, just copy and paste it right into ChatGPT.
This is one of my absolute favorite comments of the week. Alex strikes me as a guy who always hardlocks duelists and rivals, regardless of team comp.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Cozy will swap out his favorite champ mid-game to get the team comp right for everyone.
You nailed it.
LOL.
You nailed it. Alex has a channel called the Rivals Strategist, and Dexter and I were just talking about this in the speakeasy. We played with him the other day, and he was only playing DPS, and I was like, yo, am I not playing with the Rivals Strategist? And he's like, I need footage. I'm playing on the DPS. And I was like, what? I felt like the iconic name was a sham.
The only reason why I was playing Duelist was because I actually legitimately needed footage to make videos. And I didn't have any Duelist footage, and so I had to capture some. But if I'm playing offline or like not like streaming or anything, I'm always playing support. I'm always playing Strategist. I play Mantis. I play, Rocket. Honestly, I've always loved Rocket. And people used to get mad at me for picking Rocket. Like, Rocket sucks. Why are you picking Rocket? You're throwing noob. And I'm like, man, no, I'm not. And then they released the stats. Who's doing pretty good?
Yeah,
it's
really
Rocket. All the gamers demanding that I play Cloak and Dagger. Meanwhile, I'm picking Rocket, and it's like a 9% delta on the win rate. TY very much, sir.
Yeah, I play whatever the team needs. So I mean, Loki's who I love to play a lot, but I'm also pretty good at DPS. But I'll just play whatever the team needs. So if we need a Strange, I'll play that. If we need Duelist, whatever it might be, I try to fill in.
And the last question of the podcast today is one that I don't even know how to answer, but it was too funny to not include today. And it's from David Morris, and it reads, why is the one dude wearing those Steven Seagal shooting glasses?
Listen, Alex is a beautiful man. You watch your mouth, David Morris.
First of all, he commented on my channel, which is kind of funny because like you're watching my video, but you also don't know who I am.
Bro, I got this comment on my Rivals channel the other day, and it was like, can you get this guy off the screen on my video? And I was like, bro, I fucking made this video. It's like, why is this guy on my screen? And dude, it was cracking me up. And it was like on my video. Man, these people are so out of touch. I love it.
There's some comments we get that are so out of touch with reality. I had one guy just be like, why are you making snap videos? I'm like, how do I even answer this question?
Dude.
I understand where he's coming from. Like he's mad at snap, so he doesn't want me to make snap videos anymore, but I'm still doing it.
I would love to read mean comments. I would
that.
love to read mean comments. I get some golden ones. This one guy goes, I hope your dog dies. I was like, bro, I don't even have a dog. Like, I was like, there's mean people out there. And here's the thing. This is how you know you can do content creation, guys. If you ever want to know the secret is, if you get offended at anything, don't do it. And if you have a thick skin, do it. I don't think there's a comment that's ever gotten to me. Ever. Alex knows this to be true, too. Like, I don't think there's ever been where I was like, Man, they really cut me up on that one. They call me a bleach in sync. No, I've heard it all before. Anyway, it's way too late.
This was a fun pod. Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. Coming out on Tuesday, but you know what? We don't break the streak. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we also appreciate our sponsor of this video, Turtle Beach. Once again, go to turtlebeach.com. Use promo code Snapchat to get 10% off. We really appreciate you guys sponsoring us. Most importantly, appreciate each one of you for watching. We'll see you on that next one.
Code Snapchat.